Hi. I don't know what sort of holiday and New Year period you've had, but for me and my family, it's been a very special time this particular year. My mum has literally just turned 90 years of age, and her and my dad have just gone off to a hotel break to celebrate. And I'm just beginning to get down into planning for things in 2016 and to think about what it is that we've got to offer. We've got a lot of exciting training programs to offer this particular year, and also, I suppose, as well, to reflect on some of the issues which still recurrently crop up with the work that I'm actually doing with my clients, and which I suspect crop up for you as well. And my mum has played a really interesting role in this as she's reached her 90th birthday, because one of the questions that she raised for me, and which applies to my clients and I suspect to yours as well, is how much do we encourage people to change, and how much do we encourage people to accept? How much to change and how much to accept? And this is, I think, a perennial, in some ways, dilemma that's around for a lot of practitioners who are trying to help people to actually move forward. And as I was thinking about this, I came across what I thought was a really fantastic quotation, which sums up really something of the attitude which we often need to encourage our clients to develop. And I just wanted to read it to you. It comes from a novelist, Vivian Green, and it says the following: "Life's not about waiting for the storm to pass. Instead, it's about learning to dance in the rain." It's not about waiting for the storm to pass, but it's about learning to dance in the rain. And why I feel this is so relevant to certainly many of my clients is, to be honest with you, the storm that they experience is never going to pass. It's never going to pass because either they have experienced unchangeable past events which have left their mark on them. And just as I might cut my leg, and my leg can never be the same again with regards to the way it was beforehand, I will always be scarred. In exactly the same way, I think many of our clients as well have had past experiences which they cannot change. They cannot behave as if these events have never actually happened. And equally, I also deal with clients, and I suspect you will as well, who are in the middle of events where those events are continuous. They may well extend over years into the future, and in many instances, maybe for the rest of their lives. I mean, the most obvious examples of these obviously relate to physical health problems, which are progressive or are terminal in some instances. But in both of these examples, they're about storms that are not going to pass. They're storms that leave their mark and which are going to be remaining with the client. So if you can't change those particular things, what can you do? And obviously what Vivian Green is suggesting is that we should learn to dance in the rain. Now, at one level, this sounds incredibly trite when we're working with somebody who is in difficult circumstances which are ongoing or has experienced major historical trauma. And yet, in reality, it's one of the few options that's actually left when we're in these particular situations. This is not, just to extend the metaphor here, to deny that the rain is there. It's not to deny that it's cold. It's not to deny that it's potentially uncomfortable. What it's basically saying is that we might not be able to change the circumstances that we're actually in, but the way we relate to those circumstances is changeable. We have a choice about the way we relate to those particular circumstances. And we have a great training event coming up in early February, which directly addresses this particular issue and which if you're working with clients like this, I would strongly recommend that you have a look at and consider signing up for. It's an event which is running on the 11th and 12th of February. So if you want to have a look in your diaries and see whether you can free up some time for coming along to this. And it's specifically on the application of acceptance and commitment therapy on the role of ACT, and it's being run by Dr. Nunu Ferrara. And many of you will probably have trained with Nunu before. You will know that apart from him being extraordinarily knowledgeable in this particular field, both theoretically and practically, he also, in addition to that, has a real knack of combining a gentle, sympathetic manner in the work that he actually does with his clients, with a real ability to zero in to the nub of the problem. So if you're interested in coming along to this, either you can come along to the event as it's actually run at the British Psychological Society in London on the 11th and 12th of February, or alternatively, if you can't make it to London on those particular dates, it's also running simultaneously as a web broadcast as well. Details of that are on the website link that's attached to this particular video. So go and have a look at the link, which is at www.skillsdevelopment.co.uk. See if you feel that this is something which would enhance your practice when you're working with people that you need to help with the process of acceptance, and come and join us. It's going to be a great event. I know it from personal experience and from past record with Nunu, and we want to welcome as many people as we can there. So we look forward to seeing you, and you take care, and I hope that your 2016 is going to be a great success for you too. Take care.